12 months ago I made a video about Armani Code Parfum, which I wasn't so positive about, but today I'm talking about the brand new version of Code EDP, and this is a whole different story. I'm in Dorset on a family holiday. We're on the Jurassic coastline, so named after the incredibly popular Steven Spielberg film Jurassic Park 3. But unlike the fossils packed into the cliffs all along this coastline, there's been a lot of movement in the Armani Code lineup. I picked the new Code EDP up on the way down here. I've been wearing it for a couple of days and I wanted to make a video about it. Flankers have come and gone. We've had the excellent Code Absolute and Code Profumo discontinued. Then we got Code EDP in the similar long bottle style. Then the new Code Parfum came along in a different bottle, in a new refillable bottle design. And now we have another Code EDP, which is in the new refillable bottle design. And not only that, it's a totally new scent. Well, I say new. It isn't a new scent, it's just a new version of the EDP. Remember a few seconds ago when I said Code Profumo was discontinued? Well, it's back. It's actually back. This new version of Code EDP, to my nose, smells exactly like the Code Profumo DNA, and it smells fantastic. I don't have my bottle of Profumo with me to do a direct comparison, but it definitely correlates with my memory of Code Profumo. As I said, I'm on a family holiday. As soon as I get home, I will definitely do a direct side-by-side comparison with my older bottle of Profumo and this new EDP, but I think it smells the same. Comparing the old Code EDP and the new one side by side, I found the older one to be a little bit lighter, a bit more powdery, a bit more citrusy. Same sort of smell as Code EDT, but just with a little bit more vanilla, so it's a little bit denser, a bit creamier than the original Code EDT. Very good scent. But I do think this older Code EDP, when it came out, which wasn't very long ago, still quite a new fragrance, I thought it was an excellent scent, and I still do. But this new EDP is even better. It's got more depth, more backbone, more attitude, it's more impactful, and overall I think it's a better scent. Of course it would be if this is essentially rebranded Profumo. I get the tart and juicy green mandarin, the fiery spices and the robust leather. You get that classic Profumo root beer smell. And just like Profumo, the performance is very good. It's got the kind of notes in there that help it to have this lasting, robust quality. So I got a full day's wearing out of this and lovely waft. So I had a similar wearing experience performance-wise as I did to Code Profumo. I've always thought Code Profumo is pretty versatile, although maybe it does lean a little bit more towards colder temperatures, but I could wear this in the summer, maybe a cooler summer day. Perhaps not quite as versatile as the old version of the EDP, which, like I mentioned, was lighter, more citrusy, more powdery. I could definitely wear that one all year round, no problem. But the new version of the EDP is definitely a bit more of a autumn-winter type of scent, just like Profumo. Quite interesting to see both versions of Code EDP on the shelf in John Lewis at the same time. We had the new version in the refillable bottle that doesn't smell the same as the older version in the longer bottle. So two versions of a fragrance with the same name that smell different. That's maybe just a little bit confusing for customers, maybe. So I think you can tell I'm pretty enthused by this new release. I'm glad that the Code Profumo DNA is back because it's one of my designer fragrances. And I feel like we're having quite a good time of it at the moment, us fragrance fans, because we've got some fragrances that were discontinued that are being brought back. It feels like fragrance brands have heard us. Fragrances like Invictus Aqua from Paco Rabanne, they've brought back the 2016 version of that DNA. We had the 2018, which was reformulated, which was fine, but not as good as the original. But it feels like they listened to us and brought back a fragrance that we preferred. And I feel like we've been seen by the fragrance brands, and it always feels good to be seen. I feel like it brings back some trust into the brands. So yeah, interesting that Armani have brought back Code Profumo DNA for this new version of the EDP, but I gotta tell you, I'm in. Just in case you're not familiar with the Code Profumo type of smell, I would always describe it as a great, fun, compliment-getting party style fragrance. So clubbing fragrance, bar fragrance, going out fragrance, it just fits all those situations because it was quite simply a compliment getter and it lasted. It would cut through most other designer fragrances that you would smell on a night out, and this brings that back. This replicates that. So if you haven't tried Profumo and you think that type of fragrance seems like something you would enjoy, then definitely check the new Armani Code EDP. I mentioned compliments. Who better to ask than girls for a few compliments? I've got a few just here. So girls, what do you think? Any complaints about this new Code EDP? Absolutely no complaints from the girls whatsoever. I think that says it all. This one is a fragrance that girls will love. Holy cow. All right, that's it for this video. I picked this fragrance up on the way down here to my holiday location in Dorset, and I wanted to share my immediate thoughts. So I hope you appreciate that. If you do, give the video a like. If you found it useful, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you do all that, you'll see me in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.